All right, hello again YouTube. Okay, so today I'm going to teach you something that's kind of cool. We're going to heat up any piece of PVC conduit. And actually it's really easy. If you need a specific bend and you can't get, say, a 90 made and you can't do 45s and you can't do 22s and it just causes a whole bunch of different pieces and parts that you need, this is a real easy way to do it. So if you need like a specific bend like this, for example, right here I did I believe it was 9.5 inches. Let's just measure it real quick and see. So I did a 9.5 inch bend, and you can see that once I get it against the wall. We created a 9.5 inch bend, and the way we did this is actually pretty simple. And what's really great about that is you don't have to have a whole bunch of couplings all over the place, and even with those couplings you still have sometimes not exactly what you need. And also with the couplings, which is kind of crappy, is that your wires will get caught inside the conduit, and that's frustrating. So the best way to do it is to figure out how much you want to bend and figure out what your bend is, and then you use one of these things. It's called a weed burner, and in Idaho they're pretty popular for burning the weeds around your irrigation ditches, so that well, that doesn't really matter what the reasoning is, but so what we use is we just use a standard torch, standard propane tank, and we just ignite it with an igniter, and then we heat it up wherever we want to heat it up. I'm actually going to do another bend, and then I'll show you what it looks like as it's heating. So hang on. So the next step is just to identify what your offset needs to be. And so what we're doing is we're coming out of this light, and we're going to go across the ceiling, and then we're going to do a little offset, and we're going to go into that little hole right there that takes us outside. And that offset is 2 1/4 is what I need. So what I've done is I've got this conduit here. Let me zoom out. And I've measured where I want to bend, which is right there in that metal mark right there. And I need to have on each side of it, we need to go, can you see that? 8 inches. So you have to go 8 inches outside of your mark, both directions. So when you heat it up, you can bend on each one of those to get your 1 1/4. All right, next step, just take your torch, turn it on, light it up. This is kind of important right here, because when you get your flame, get a pretty good flame going, and then just kind of walk it across the pipe in your 2 spots that you have set up. Don't stay in one spot too long, and before you know it, it'll be pretty soggy. Now once you've got it nice and hot, the great thing is you get this floppy little pipe here, and you can pretty much tell it to do whatever you want. If you want to do an offset, you can do an offset. If you want to do a 90, you can do a 90. If you want to do a U-turn, you can do a U-turn. Whatever you want to do. You can make things with this too. You could probably create little crafts. I'm sure if you were crafty, you could make things. I would caution that you use Schedule 80. It's a little thicker in diameter on the interior, and it doesn't kink. You see there's no kinks. Schedule 80 is good stuff. That's all there is to it. So that's it. After about 10-15 minutes, it'll harden. Not even that long, maybe like 5 minutes. Depends on how cold it is outside. And then you have a bend, however you want it. So, if you like this video, like it, share it, subscribe, or don't. Anyways, comment at the bottom, let me know what you want to learn about. Thanks.